Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a finale for you for the makeup products that I wanted to use up in 2023. And yeah, I wanted to use them up. I still have some left to show you, which means I didn't succeed in all of them. But let's go through my numbers to see how I did. I've got my paper here, so if I'm looking down, that's why. So I'm going to start from the top. Starting off with my powders. I finished off my Charlotte Tilbury powder, I think in the second quarter of this year. So that's been gone for a little while. So then we move on to highlighters, and in all reality this isn't a highlighter anymore because this is my L'Oreal Glam Bronze Trio, and initially I was using this as a highlighter. It kind of became a blush topper, highlightery type of thing, and right now I've repressed it completely. The highlighter and the blush are both gone, and we've only got a repressed bronzer left here. I am currently using this, and I'm using this for a slight, somewhat shiny contour and a little bit like up my temples as well. I did actually go to Chile for a couple of weeks during December, which gave me a slight bit of color left. I don't tan very easily anyway, so I feel like it kind of still works with my complexion at this point in time, as long as I try to keep it subtle. But it's still here. I have hope that this will be done in the next year though. I've been working on this for so many years at this point, but yeah, it is still here. And I have a tiny bit of pen at the top, which kind of was already there a little bit when I repressed it, but I've also tried to focus my brush there so I can hopefully start expanding the pen downwards, and we can do that throughout 2024, hopefully. Yeah, this one is taking forever, but I guess I got my money's worth once I actually finish it up. Then for pigments, I have my NYX pigment right here. I've been working on this forever. I have at least 100 uses on it, I'm pretty sure, over the last year as well. There still is plenty left in here, so it's probably going to be hanging around for another year. My hope is to finish it up next year. But I will be filming a video about that soon as well for you guys. So we'll talk about that some other time. Then we have my eyeshadow quads. Or quads and trios I should say. I did finish off my Bourjois Smokey Eyes trio in Nude and Ingenu. I did that in the second quarter as well. I'm still working on the black shade in this palette. It's really getting there now. Like, there really isn't loads of product left in here anymore. I definitely think that, fingers crossed, I should be able to have this one finished in the first quarter of next year. And then I can start focusing on another black again. It's not like we're gonna finish wearing black eyeshadow, of course. So I still have a pen in my NYX palette that is probably gonna be next, because I have pen in pretty much every shade in there, which was my kind of pendant eyeshadows, I should say. Projects like focus palette for like one of the shades that I was always working on, and well, I never got to the black shade because I was still working on this one, and I'm not gonna work on two black shades at the same time. So it's still here. Then this one was my Panda palette for this year, and I just filmed my Panda palette finale, so if you've missed that, make sure you check that out first here, I think. But we're still not done yet. I have one shade finished, and I've made some progress, especially on the gray shade, but definitely not where I would have expected to be after me trying to focus on this for a year, because I still got distracted by the Panda palette from the year before. And that was this guy, the Amuse palette. In here, for eyeshadow palette, I can say that I finished this because I've got all the eyeshadows finished. We've still got a little bit of blush left, which is what I'm going to be working on in the first quarter of this year, and then hopefully I can have another palette that I can fully remove from my collection. What else? Eye primers. I finished off the Too Faced Shadow Insurance at the start of the year. As long as they keep the packaging the way it is, I'm not repurchasing that one because I feel like I'm losing a ridiculous amount of product the way that they've packaged it right now. You cannot cut it open, you cannot get the last bit out. It's kind of like a lip gloss, but then with eyeshadow primer inside of it. And well, for a lip gloss at least I can still take out the stopper and get through most of it, but that didn't seem to be possible for that one either. So yeah, not my favorite. I went through that way too quickly. Then mascara. For mascaras, I have used up 2 that I already had last year, but I used up at least one other one throughout the year as well. But I didn't have that yet once I filmed the intro for that video. So yeah. I finished off all the mascaras that were in my collection by the time I finished this video initially, so that was good. For lipsticks, I already finished off 2 lipsticks. One of them I finished off in Q2, I'm pretty sure. The Yves Saint Laurent Rouge Volupte lipstick. No, that was Q3. Everything where I said Q2, it was Q3. But yeah, the Yves Saint Laurent Rouge Volupte lipstick I finished off in summertime. I loved wearing that one. I really liked the texture of that one. It was very nice and creamy in a good way, so that was great to use. And I also finished off the Viva Glam MAC lipstick in Nicki, which I did in, that was the Q2. I did finish that one off in the Q2, and it worked well for me as mainly a cream blush. I did not like it too much on my lips. Then I moved to using this guy as a cream blush once I finished that one up. And I have made some okay progress on this, but it's slow going like it would when you're using a lipstick as a cream blush. So we still got a good bit left of this guy. I put this on my list for this year, but I wasn't fully expecting to get through it. This is gonna be on my 2024 list as well. Basically everything that I don't finish off most of the time, I move over to the next year. Another lipstick that I was hoping to get finished was my L'Oreal Infallible, what was it? Unchanging Beige lipstick. We're definitely getting there. There is not a whole lot left of this guy anymore. I'm wearing it right now as well, mixed in with 2 other lip products that I will show you in a sec. So I am very consistently using it right now. And hopefully this one will be done in a month, a little over a month from now. By the end of February, I'm expecting this one will be done. Then we have my Jelly Pong Pong lip blush, which I've been using as a lipstick as well. It's in this mixture as well because it's a primary red shade and I was done with the primary red. But also for this one, there really isn't that much left anymore. I just have to be a bit careful with it because it's just a very pigmented red shade that I don't want my lips to look bright red every single time I use it. That was lipsticks. Now lip glosses. I did finish off my MAC Lip Gelee. Let's talk about that one first. I did that in the last quarter as well, right I think at the brink between September, October. I think early October I finished that one off. And I started working on this guy and I'm so very close on this one. I have taken out the stopper. No idea if you can see that from there. So I'm starting to scrape out the sides and the last little bits, but I've only taken out the stopper like 2 days ago, I think. My expectation is that this one will be done by the end of this month, but we'll see. And then for lip balms, I finished off a non-branded lip balm, which I got at a conference somewhere with a company's name logo on it. I finished off my Fix and Rouge lip balm, which was slightly more tinted and it had a little bit of like a gritty glitter inside of it. Did not like that consistency too much. It was in Cocoa Rose. And I finished off my Catrice lip polish in Strawberry Secret, which probably is more of a like very sticky lip tint than it was actually a lip balm, but okay, I had it in that category. So let's see, I finished off the Fix and Rouge in the Q1, I finished off the non-branded lip balm in the second, and I finished off the Catrice in the Q3. And even on top of that, I finished off 2 more lip balms. Almost finished off. I've got one of them in my pocket right here. These, what is it, Rituals lip balms that we got while flying. And this one is all the way rolled up. I'm just kind of like scraping out the last little bits. I don't really have any other proper lip balms except for the one that's like on the other side of this guy. So I've been using these. I've used up one and then I've used up this one. My voice is starting to go. I've used up this one in the last 2 months probably. I went through these ridiculously fast. So yeah, this one is kind of done now as well. So I've used up like 5 lip balms, like 3 of them completely. One of them was more of a lip tint, weird type of consistency, and then one of them was already almost done at the start of the year. So that's really nice. For blushes, I put this guy down in here. Well, clearly it's not fully done yet, but the one in my Muse palette is hopefully going to be done very soon, which is better than I expected at this point when I was looking at that a couple of months ago. And for concealers, I finished off my MAC Studio Fix concealer. I did that last quarter as well. No, I did that in Q2 as well, so before the half point of the year. And then lastly, this guy I've been working on for years now as well. This is my Master Smokey pencil by Maybelline in Smoky Black. It's still here. I'm still gonna be working on it. Like, this much is actual pencil. Like, I think it's gonna take me at least 2 years, if not 3, to get all the way through this. But I'm gonna keep working on it. We will see once we finish it up when that is. But yeah, that is it, which means I finished off 13 out of my 23 products that I was hoping to finish off this year. I finished off 2 more in the last quarter, so that's not a whole lot, which was my MAC Lip Gelee and what was it again? The Amuse palette, of course. How can I forget the eyeshadows in this palette? Yeah. So not overly exciting, but at the same time still good to see where I'm going. It's good to see that I've got, like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, and possibly even 5. Then I'm going to be finishing off in, like, my hope is the first quarter of next year. So at least that way I'm still already adding a few products that will be gone very soon to my 2024 version of this project. But that's it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye!